Listen, if you're judging this battle between Joyner Lucas and Torey Lanez, this is basically a URL King of the Dot, RBE battle rap on wax, and it's going in successions of rounds. So you got the first round, right? The first round consisted of Torey Lanez coming out with the Lucky You freestyle. Now, that track there was more of a boasting type of track, flexing his skills, boasting about, his accomplishments, his money he got, his reputation, that kind of thing. So it really wasn't going directly at dissing, going bar for bar against Joyner Lucas, right? And then Joyner Lucas came back, right, with his Liddy freestyle, which was dope. But here's the thing about it, right? And this is coming from a guy who I'm not a fan at all, or was not a fan, I should say, was not a fan of Torey Lanez until he dropped these tracks. So he surprised the shit out of me. Now, Joyner Lucas, I've always thought he was dope. Definitely heavily influenced by Eminem. But he does, he's dope. He's a dope lyricist. He's a true MC. Bar for bar, he's a true MC. But that's to be expected. This is what happens, right? My expectations was very low for Torey Lanez. And my expectations for Joyner was he's going to be dope. So here's the thing. This is how I judge this battle so far. This is basically 2 rounds. And judging by Joyner Lucas's last track, which is the Kodak Black beat he did right here, the Zeke freestyle. If you go to the end of the track, which I'll play in a minute, he basically waved the white flag and said, listen, I don't want to go back and forth. We already know what time it is. I'm done. So he basically said, I don't want to go back and forth. This is the last track I'm going with. More than likely, Torey Lanez will respond again. We'll see if Joyner Lucas wants to respond. But based off this last track he did, it sounds like I'm done going back and forth, man. I want to continue focus on my music or whatever. But this was a great sparring session and a good look for the culture. Actually, a great look for the culture. But my expectations for Joyner was he was going to come out with some dope material, and he did. He came out dope, but he didn't exceed my expectations. Torey Lanez exceeded my expectations, so therefore I give the nod to Joyner. He exceeded my expectations. His cadence, his flow, his delivery, the bars. People talking about, oh, well, he ain't saying nothing. Torey, no, go to Rap Genius. And, dude, he got some lines in there. Look at it. Eminem couldn't get you to 1 million on the gram. Chris Brown tried, nigga, failed both times. I done took your page to 1 million in a day. If you ask me, nigga, I'm your motherfucking cosign. So that's implying that Joyner had under 1 million followers on Instagram until... Obviously, it's about perception. He really didn't bring Torey Lanez over 1 million subscribers. Torey did that on his own. He was going to reach over 1 million subscribers with or without Torey Lanez. But the perception of that and the fact that he was keeping track and looking at little details like, okay, this is how many Instagram followers he got on this day. And now that I'm challenging him to a battle, a sparring session, he went over 1 mil. So therefore, I'm going to put that in the bar. That right there is attention to detail, which I give much props. And he executed that very well. So I give him much props and some kudos to that. But this dude, Torey Lanez, exceeded my expectations with this Liddy Again freestyle. And the Lucky You one as well. That was pretty dope as well. But that really wasn't attacking Joyner the way that Joyner did his track for the Liddy freestyle. You know what I'm saying? But again, Torey exceeded my expectations. You know what I'm saying? other standout lines that Torey had on the Lydia Again freestyle. He said, I got 5 different plaques this year. You did a whole song with Eminem and still don't even have one, nigga. Damn, my homie. Damn, my little homie, that's a bad one, nigga. Really feel bad for you. It's a sad one, nigga. Hold your head steady. Maybe you could have one, nigga. Hit me for a hook and maybe get a plaque, young nigga. See, again, perception. He's saying that you did a track with Eminem and you couldn't sell a mill, that's not true. But look at me. I'm going platinum every time. The perception and the attention to detail is very good on Torey Lanez's side. But again, Joyner came back just now, about probably an hour or two ago. Just released his track, the Zeke freestyle, which I think it was light work, man. This really was kind of underwhelming. He chose the wrong beat. Like, this beat, you can't really body people with this kind of beat, man. This is a club record. You know what I'm saying? You just can't body dudes with this beat. Yeah, so honestly, I think Joyner Lucas pretty much underestimated Torey Lanez. I really think he just threw some light bars at him. It's still dope for Joyner Lucas's standpoint, for his, his reputation, but he did nothing to exceed my expectations. Both his responses were dope, but they didn't exceed my expectations. Torey Lanez exceeded my expectations. Therefore, I gave him the nod, man. I gave him the nod. Even if you say, we know that bar for bar, who is the better lyrical MC, and that's Joyner Lucas. We know that. But if you look at it from a logical standpoint, in terms of, okay, Torey was able to hold his own for a guy that is known for a melodic, R&B type of style, right? And you let a singing nigga, like what Drake said to Meek Mills, you let a singing nigga body a rappity rap nigga, and that's what he did. To me, that's my opinion. So, but he has some decent lines on this track, but there was a lot of points. There was a lot of parts in this track where it sounded just so much like Eminem, especially when he was trying to quote unquote son Torey Lanez by saying, "Go sit down in the corner, on timeout. I give you extra toys and stuff like that." It just sounded too much like Eminem. Then he was, talking about, Torey's from Toronto. He's really from Brampton, and you're not from the hood. You're not street. You soft, that kind of stuff. And it was more like lunchroom, remedial insults, in my opinion. That's the way it came off to me. Lunchroom remedial insults. Then he said that you came out with a baby dick. Pause. It was cool. It was cool. But again, Joyner did nothing to exceed my expectations. He came correct. He came as expected. He didn't underperform. He did perform, but he didn't outperform what he usually does. Torey Lanez outperformed what he's known for. And not only that, I became a fan. Now I'm going to pay attention to his work. So even if you say that Torey Lanez lost, he really won, just for the fact that he was able to just hang in there with a guy like Joyner Lucas, put himself out there as a guy who can hang out there with a rappity rap, lyrical miracle type of rapper who has the fast flows and the switching in cadences and all that stuff. Torey Lanez was able to do all that in both the Lydia Again freestyle and the Lucky You freestyle. He showcased all of that. So he held his own. So I give the nod, even though this is 2 rounds so far, I give the nod to Torey Lanez for sure. For sure. But again, this is a great look for hip hop, a great look for the culture. We'll see what happens. It's like I said, it sounded like, and I'll play the track, I'll play the end. Sounded like to me that Joyner was like, you know what, I'm done with just going back and forth stuff, but I'll play it so y'all can hear it.
Pause. Let's not do this back and forth shit no more. I think we know what's up, you know.
You see, let's not do this back and forth shit no more. He basically waved the white flag, so we'll see if Torey responds and Joyner Lucas is going to respond again. We'll see what happens. But overall, man, this is pretty good from both guys. I give them much props for doing this. This is no real beef at all. It's just lyrical sparring. That's all it is. It's like back in the day where you had, guys like Wu-Tang would do ciphers with Killer Priest and Cannabis, and they would battle outside in the parking lot. You know what I'm saying? So many off the record freestyles that happened back in the day, lyrical sparring. And this is the same thing now. Now we have the advent of social media where everything is instant, and now you can go back and forth just like that. That's what's happening right now. This is lyrical sparring, nothing more, nothing less, nothing serious at all. So, but like I said, I give the nod to Torey Lanez for sure. So those are my thoughts on that, family. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think. Who you guys got winning so far, Joyner Lucas or Torey Lanez? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Until next time, family, Chauncey, a.k.a. The Black Separatist, signing out. Peace.